Alright, just get all the bolts out. Pull the cover off. Pull the reamer out. So that's how much metal we took off. Here's what things look like in here. Alright, so I'm going to go blow this off real quick. Take a look, see what we got. Blow this off too. Just over there in the machine shop, make a mess over here. Better keep all your chips in one spot. Okay, so now you can kind of see what we got going on here. Do better by handheld. So, see the reaming we did? Highs and lows. Not everything got reamed. Spots did, some didn't. The gray area, the darker areas where it didn't ream, the shiny stuff is where it reamed. So they don't leave you much to work with, so the holes are not 100% clean. Damn it. Tail's so skinny. Here's my pinky. Okay, so now we get to see what we got here. Okay, so number 3 was our small can. It was this one. It's tight when it gets all the way down. It's tapered. Yep. So they all look about the same height, so they go down about the same amount. A little tighter. Alright, so as expected, we got the reamies a little bit more. This one's a little tight on the bottom down in there. So the reamer didn't go quite all the way down, I'm guessing. Let's see, here's number 2. Tight spine there. So see if the key is sticking up. I've had that before. Yep. It's cutting something somewhere. See, there's a sharp edge on that cam. It's cutting metal. See how it cuts metal right there in the chamfer. It's right here in the very top of the chamfer. It's cutting all the way around. It's leaving a groove. So that means that key right there is sticking up high in one spot. So we have to figure out what that's all about. There's always some fine tuning you got to do. So, I guess when they put the key in there, it put up a little bit of a burr. Alright. Screwdriver's missing. There it is. Buried under some other stuff. You hear the high spots? So the keyway right here has got burrs on it. Just keeping things from rotating cleanly. So that needs to be deburred somehow. Of course, it's hard to deburr something that's right next to an area it shouldn't be cut on. So what we're going to do is try to use a deburring tool. So here's a deburring tool. This is not made to cut heat treated material, and this is hard. So they're probably about equal in strength, I bet, and hardness. Still got a burr in there. Uh-oh, somebody wants me. Still aggressive. Alright, be back. Alright, I got a couple issues I got to deal with here. So one is I got to get these burrs off of here. I need like some little jeweler or machine tool and die little honing stones, which I don't have here. They're at home in my old tool and die toolbox. So the other thing I can do is take some sandpaper, fold it up into a little, like a stick, and kind of work that little edge down a little bit. Like I said, it's heat treated metal, so it can't just get to it. The other option is I can press this gear off. It's keyed and it comes on and off, but a lot of times you do that, you scar up the surface here, and I don't know what the size difference between where it is and this. So I don't want to scar up this surface, so I don't really want to do that, unless I have to. So I'm going to try the sandpaper trick first. See if we can come up with something that work decent on that. So take a little piece of paper here. I'm going to fold this up to a nice little strip. This. So you have a little bit of a cutting edge here to deal with. See over here I don't have a cutting edge, so I've got to redo this to do that. Fold it more even. Can't be sloppy. Alright, nice clean edge now. So I just go in here and try to get in here and do something. It's not very easy to get in here. Still too thick. Fold it again. The more times you fold it, the less sharp it gets. So you still got to be able to work in the corner here. I need to curve it. Like that. Don't really have much control of what you're doing this way, so it's kind of a joke. I think we have a screwdriver and a vise will help. now you can use a screwdriver to hold it in there better. Try to get some pressure where you need it to be. Try not to cut the shaft down. See, it's still on edge. You can hear it. Yep. Okay, I just can't really get in there. You see I was just tearing the paper here. Not really doing a very good job. Alright, we tried. That didn't work. So option is pull the gear off or leave it. If you leave it, it's just going to tear up the bushing and there'll still be a sharp edge there for metal to come off down the road. So if I push it off, I don't know what kind of damage it's going to do to the cam, so we'll find out, I guess. One of those deals. I don't like what's going on, so just have to deal with it. Oh well. Hopefully we don't do any damage. So pretty simple to get it off. It's the big gear, so it comes off easy. Right there. Showing it with that. That's why you have tubes down there to catch all your stuff. Gear, pushing bar, and cam. All three separate spots. Camera's over there. So it looks like this is a bigger edge here, which is good. So that means we didn't damage anything. So that's nice. Gear's off, so now we can work with it. Now you have access in here to do something. So now we're going to take it back and do it with a little grinding. Grind this burr off here until it's nice and clean. So let's go back here and play with this a little bit. Find something to use. It's dark back here. And cold. Nice combo. Dark and cold. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little disc sander, I think, on this. Ooh. Back. Let's see what we got laying around here. So we got our big one on here, which don't fit. So let's see if we can find something smaller to use. Tripod's in the way again. So something down here in this drawer I might be able to use. With a smaller diameter. Yeah. Quite working there, but it's close enough, it'll fit. So this is called hand tool. Got more control over the hand job than you do with anything else. So it's a nice fine worn out disc, so it's not doing much damage. Go ahead and run all the way around a circle, make sure we get everything good. Feels pretty smooth now. Go over it a couple more times just to make sure. Okay. Alright, I think that'll look good. And I'm going to clean all this all up and we'll be back. Okay, clean the cam up. So I want to see if this works on our cover here. So we want to make sure this spins on here pretty good. And lay it upside down here, screw it. Doesn't appear to be gouging in the cover anymore. Alright, it appears to be fixed. Good deal. Let me push it back together. So this is a brand new Harley cam, so it doesn't matter who makes stuff, you always got to work on it. Okay, so this is got the key in it, so it shouldn't hurt us any by putting the key on there. Actually, this looks like a very low mileage used cam. Probably a new takeout. So the key line's up right there. Make your centered. Slip it around like that. Flip it around. You just push on that, go straight down. Put something soft between it and the part, you won't damage it. Piece of raw steel, soft. Softer than it is anyway. Go down a little bit. Back it off the pressure, let it self-center. And you go down some more. There's your pressure gauge. 5 tons. Probably all the way down now. See the mark there, it didn't really do any damage to anything. Okay. Cam's all back together like it's supposed to be. Let's go see if it fits. Should fit because we just did it. But you never know. Tripod going here. Got little chips on the floor. Good thing I'm not on my bare feet today, huh? Okay, so now this should fit in here. Still a little tight, but it goes in. Boom. No more grinding, cutting noise like it was. Just tight. It's not clearance correctly for the application yet. Okay, so we got to ream this out some more. So I purposely cut on the small side. Okay, that takes care of one problem. Okay, the other problem we have is that the reamer needs to be adjusted. See, this goes back over here. Well, I also got to work on this cam. Okay, this is one that was a little bit on the small side. It's a little rough through here. I'm not sure how rough it is. So we're going to go over here and we're going to do a little lapping, or a little not lapping, but honing. So I'm going to take our hone, stick it in here, tighten up on it a little bit. You can feel the high spot in there. So you can do it by hand or you can do it on the lathe. See how my hand drops away? It's because it's out of round. So we're just rehoning this surface here. So this will pick up a few tenths out of round pretty easily. Wipe off our surfaces. See what it looks like. There's a high spot somewhere in there, I'm not sure where it was. My guess is it's been banged around a little bit on the outside edges here. You can feel a lot of high spots where it's been hit on something hard and nicked it. So I might have collapsed this outer surface slightly around here. That's when I'm picking up when I'm feeling. So you never know quite what you're getting when you're feeling this stuff. All I know is I was feeling something. Okay. So I think I'm going to do that again. So you can hear it out around. Most of those marks over in there are going away now. And the high spots are definitely going away. Feels a lot smoother. The finish is a lot better too. So this is a real fine stone I'm using. Alright, so let's go see how that feels now. The bushing's probably still too small, but it's closer now. Now it goes in a lot better than it did before. See, it goes in further and easier. It's still got tightness down there. The reamer didn't go quite all the way in, so need a little more work on that. We don't have any really running clearance yet. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and re-ream these bushings. We're going to open these up just a little bit bigger on this one, and then these ones, these other three, I got to open them quite a bit bigger. So this one's a little bit tight, and these two are all tight too. So I get to reset this all back up over here and redo it. So I already adjusted the reamer up a little bit on this one. So we're going to ream this again. Now the other problem I run into on the reamer is that this is I'm trying to cut undersize, so it's probably going to run into is this reamer was only ground right to here. This is not really ground under here, undersize. If you look at the clearance, how it's got a clearance cut here and it's not clearance cut on this side. So this surface here is not made to cut, but it'll drag. This is standard size, and we're trying to cut undersize, so there's about a thou difference between these two surfaces. Is where I'm going to finish at. So that causes the reamer not to want to go in the hole all the way, and it burnishes the bushing a little bit fatter on the top. Plus the bushing itself is out around and tapered on the top. It's always bigger on the top than on the inside, so it compounds the issues a little bit. If you put the standard burr reamer in there, it won't even go in the hole at all, but this one's loose because it's undersized right here, so I made it. So I got to see if I can get this custom ground to be like this all the way across, and that'll eliminate my problem. I can cut undersize, no problem after that, but for now it's a little issue. Something you got to work through. This one here, you have the same thing. See how it ends right here? And it's the same short bushing cut here, so same problem I run into. These are all things you get to deal with. So when you're doing custom work, you got to deal with things like this. So I'm going to re-ream all these things, see what happens. Alright, be back in a minute, I got to set it all up.